What's going on, guys? Gearhead Garage here, back with another YouTube video. Today we're gonna be taking a look at some of these new cars that just rolled into our lot. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, these cars are fresh in from their previous owners and they are ready to be sold to you tonight. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got up there on the lot, shall we? Alright folks, buckle up, because I've got a real gem for you today. Feast your eyes on this beast. That's right, Toyota Camry that's clearly been to hell and back and somehow picked up a few souvenirs along the way. Now let's start with the most obvious feature, taxi cab sign. But wait, it doesn't say taxi. Nope, it says Dartmouth. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this Camry is out here doing Uber rides for Ivy League students only. No commoners allowed. If you don't have a 4.0 GPA and a trust fund, then you need to get the hell out of the way. Moving on to the exhaust tips, these aren't your standard little pipes. Oh no, these are full-on semi-truck exhaust tips, because why the hell not? When you hit the gas, you want people to think you're hauling freight across state lines, even if you are just picking up groceries. What about these wheels? That's right, we got spikes. We're talking medieval jousting level of intimidation here, folks. Perfect for when you need to let that Prius in the next lane know that you're not to be messed with. It's all about sending a message here, ladies and gentlemen. You mess with the bull, damn it, you get the horns. Or in this case, the spikes. Oh, but wait, there's more. We got biohazard stickers on the side, because let's be honest, anyone who puts this much love into a Camry probably isn't too worried about the safety of others, or maybe it's just a warning. Approach at your own risk. This car is basically a rolling quarantine zone after all. And last, but certainly not least, we've got trophies. Yes, you heard that right. 2 trophies sitting proudly on post atop the car like this Camry just won the world's ugliest modification championship. Honestly, these trophies could be for anything though. Best use of semi-truck parts on a sedan, or most likely to get pulled over for suspicious activity. Whatever the case is, this car is clearly a winner. In some parallel universe where this sort of thing is celebrated anyways. So why should you buy this incredible piece of automotive art? Well, simple, because no one else will have the guts to. This is the kind of car that says, I don't give a damn what you think, I'm rolling my own way. And if you want to join the ride, then damn it, this Dartmouth Camry is waiting on you. Just make sure your shots are up to date before you hop in, because we are not liable for any diseases you might come into contact with. One thing's for sure though, we can guarantee you won't catch a STD, because it ain't been no women ever step foot in this damn thing. Next up on the lot, we have Optimus Prime's cousin, DAF, otherwise known as the Fuck. That's right, somebody looked at a Volvo and thought, you know what this needs, a makeover that screams, I don't give a damn about practicality or common sense, and voila, this Frankenstein on wheels was born. Now let's go on ahead and talk about this masterpiece, shall we? You've got the body of a Volvo, a car known for its safety, reliability, and a general vibe of I play by the rules. But then, somebody decided to throw the rule book out the window and slap on a semi-truck cab instead, because, I mean, well, why not? It's like if Dr. Frankenstein had a midlife crisis and decided to sew a trucker's head onto the monster. It's bold, it's ridiculous, and it's probably illegal in at least 5 states, but I mean, shit, when you're rolling around in something like this, you don't care about the law. Picture this, you're driving down the road in your sensible low-profile sedan, and then bam, this thing rolls up next to you. The body says, I'm here to drive safely and maybe pick up some groceries, but the cab says, I'm late for my cross-country haul, and I don't have time for your nonsense. It's the ultimate mixed messages, and honestly, it's kind of beautiful. Now I know what you're thinking, Gearhead, why in the world would anyone do this? And to that I say, well, why wouldn't they? We live in a world where you can do anything you set your mind to, and apparently someone set their mind to turning a Volvo into a semi-truck. It's perfect for the person who wants to feel like a king of the road but still insist on driving a Volvo. You get the height, the intimidation factor, and none of the practicality. And let's not forget the style. This isn't just a car, ladies and gentlemen, it's a statement. A statement that says, I dare you to figure out what's going on here. It's like putting a tuxedo on a dog. It makes absolutely no sense, but you can't look away. And just imagine the looks you'll get. People will be scratching their heads trying to figure out if they just seen the weirdest thing on the road or if they need to go get their eyes checked. So why should you buy this magnificent monstrosity? Well, because you can. This is the car for someone who's tired of the ordinary, who wants to stand out in the most absurd way possible. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about making every single person you pass wonder what in the world they just looked at. And really, isn't that what life's all about? Confusing the hell out of everyone else while you have the time of your life? So folks, if you're looking for a car that defines all logic, turns heads, and makes you question your own sanity, then this Volvo truck hybrid is the right ride for you. Just don't expect to fit it in your garage. Next out on our lot, meet the Dodge Durango that said, screw it, I'm gonna be everything, and ended up with a Generac generator on the roof and the AC unit jammed right into the trunk. That's right folks, this beast isn't just ready for the road, it's ready for the apocalypse. Let's start with the rooftop Generac, shall we? Now, most people might think, hey, this roof is a great place for a roof rack, maybe a kayak or some extra luggage, but no, not this Durango. This Durango owner looked at the roof and thought, you know what would really tie the whole look together? A freaking generator. Because who doesn't need backup power while they're cruising down the highway? Forget about charging your phone, this bad boy can keep the entire block lit during the blackout. And then there's the crown jewel. That's right, folks, the AC unit just shoved into the trunk like it's trying to bail out. Now, most cars have their air conditioner neatly tucked away, but this Durango owner said, screw settle. Let's saw a hole in the back and jam in an old school window unit straight from the projects. I mean, nothing screams I'm cool like an AC unit sticking out the back of your trunk after all. Now, you might be wondering, Gearhead, who in their right mind would do this? And the answer is simple. Someone who's living on the edge, damn it. Someone who looked at a perfectly normal SUV and thought, you know what this needs? Some backwood engineering and a whole lot of why the hell not. This Durango is like the Swiss Army knife of vehicles, completely overprepared and making no damn sense whatsoever. I mean, just imagine pulling up to a campsite in this thing. While everyone else is struggling to start a campfire, you're there powering up your whole campsite and blasting cold air like it's no big deal at all. And don't even get me started on traffic jams. While everyone else is sweating it out, you're sitting in the lap of luxury with enough cool air to make a polar bear jealous and a generator that can power the whole damn city. So why should you buy this marvel of madness? Because you're not just buying a car, you're buying a conversation starter, a head turner, a rolling middle finger to conventional. This Durango doesn't just break the rules, it didn't even know there were rules to begin with. It's the kind of vehicle that makes people question reality and maybe even their own life choices. So if you're tired of blending in with the boring SUVs of the world, and if you want a ride that says I'm ready for anything, including the end of the days, then this is your ticket to the wild side. Just be prepared for the looks, the laughs, and maybe a few people asking if you're okay. But hey, who needs normal when you can have a Durango with its own power plant and AC unit? Moving on to the next car on our lot, I've got a real Fast and Furious fantasy going wrong right here, folks. That's right, behold, the Scion TC that desperately wishes it were Paul Walker's legendary GTR. That's right, someone out there decided that their humble little Scion should be transferred into a wannabe icon, complete with a GTR badge on the front and the same racing decals from the movie. Because if you can't drive the real thing, then why not slap a few stickers on it and call it a day? Now let's start with the GTR badge. Now putting a GTR badge on a Scion TC is kind of like putting a Ferrari logo on a lawnmower. I mean, sure, you can do it, but you're not fooling anyone. It's like the car equivalent of wearing a fake Rolex. You might trick a few people from a distance, but up close everyone knows something's off. The Scion's out here cosplaying as a GTR, but let's be real, it's more like a kid in a Halloween costume than a real contender. And those racing decals, oh, they're in full force. Same blue stripes, same bold graphics, all carefully applied to make this TC look like it just rolled off the set of the Fast and Furious. But instead of hearing that iconic turbocharged roar, you get the Generac 4-cylinder engine that's more, I'm trying my best, and I live my life a quarter mile at a time. It's like the car screaming, I'm fast, I swear, all while struggling to keep up with a minivan. Now let's not forget about the engine. Sure, the real GTR packs a twin turbocharged beast under the hood, but this Scion's rocking a reliable, fuel-sipping 4-cylinder that won't just save you at the pump, it'll give you all the time in the world to go enjoy those high-octane decals as you cruise. It's the perfect blend of sporty looks and practical performance because why have one when you can sort of have both? So why should you jump at the chance to own this little piece of movie magic? Well, if you've ever wanted to feel like a movie star on a budget, or just confuse the hell out of your neighbors, this is the car for you. It's the perfect ride for someone who wants to say, yeah, I love the Fast and the Furious, and I also love not spending a fortune on gas or insurance. Plus, think of the fun you'll have at all the car meets when people squint real hard and go, wait, is that? Moving on to the last car out on our lot, get ready to have your minds blown and your senses utterly confused, because I've got a real head scratcher for you folks. Feast your eyes on this. What once was a humble Toyota Supra has undergone the automotive equivalent of a midlife crisis and come out the other side as, well, a Lamborghini Aventador. Yep, you heard that right. It's like your favorite high school teacher suddenly quitting to become a rock star. Ambitious, sure, but also a little bit ridiculous. Now let's start with the body kit, because that's where the magic, or should I say madness, happens. This Supra woke up one day, looked in the mirror and said, screw being a JDM legend, I want to be a Lambo. And just like that, it slapped on a Lamborghini Aventador body kit like it was trying on a Halloween costume. From a distance you might think, wow, is that an Aventador? But get closer and it's more like, wait, did this Lamborghini eat a Supra for breakfast? So how does it feel to drive, you ask? Well, imagine if Bruce Wayne suddenly decided to fight crime in a clown suit. Sure, it might get the job done, but something feels off. That's this car in a nutshell. Underneath all those aggressive lines and sharp angles, it's still got that trusty 3.0 engine trying its damnedest to keep up with his new Italian persona. It's kind of like asking a sushi chef to make spaghetti. Yeah, it'll work, but it's not right. And that body kit? Oh, it's not just for show. It's for confusing the living daylights out of everyone you drive past. Pull up to a stoplight and you'll have people breaking their necks trying to figure out if they just seen a Lambo or if their eyes are playing tricks on them. It's like spotting Bigfoot. Exciting at first, but then you just realize it's some guy in a gorilla suit. And the best part, you'll get to explain to everyone that no, you didn't just win the lottery. You just have a super with identity issues. And there you have it, folks. Another day and another car that's been taken to the absolute edge of sanity and then shoved right off the cliff. Whether it's a super dressed up as a Lambo or a Durango with a rooftop AC unit, one thing's for sure. There's no shortage of creativity in the world of questionable car mods. Remember, if it's weird, wild, or just plain wrong, you'll find it right here on Gearhead Garage. So buckle up, stay tuned, and keep your eyes peeled for the next four-wheel Frankenstein that rolls our way. Until then, keep driving what makes you happy, even if it makes everyone else scratch their heads. If you enjoyed this series, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time right here on Gearhead Garage. Take care, everybody.